Soludo congratulates Dr. Ikpeazu on his birthday. Electricity generation drops as Nigeria witnessed sixth power grid collapse. Israel demands new sanctions on Iran's economy. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. A very good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Ijoma Uche. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has extended hearty felicitation to Dr. Onyechi Ikpeazu, SAN, on the occasion of his birthday yesterday. In a release endorsed by the press secretary to the governor, Christian Aborime, Governor Soludo, in his congratulatory message, expressed great pleasure and a deep sense of admiration for Dr. Ikpeazu's unblemished reputation for excellence and distinction, not only as a highly respected senior member of the legal fraternity in Nigeria, but also as a distinguished son of Anambra State who has acquitted himself creditably. The release adds that the governor commended Dr. Ikpeazu's many impressive contributions to his profession and the polity, marked by a relentless commitment to the pursuit of justice, democracy, and the rule of law, all of which have seen him successfully navigate numerous complex legal cases, particularly in matters concerning electoral petitions across the country. In an effort to improve the quality of life and health condition of the people in rural areas, a non-governmental organization, Hello International, has organized a free medical outreach. The outreach, which took place at St. Mary's Catholic Church Field, Alo, in Idemili South local government area, was sponsored by an indigene of the community and founder of Hello International, Dr. Nkiruka Agbazue. Correspondent Ifnaya Nwankwo now reports.
The medical outreach was aimed at rendering free Medicare to the rural populace, sensitize and equip the masses with rudiments for proper care of the bodies, especially those affecting the eyes. The member representing Idemili South constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly, Barrister Ebuka Igwe, lauded Dr. Agbazue for her magnanimity and described the free Medicare as an answer to the call by Governor Chukwuma Soludo on affluent in the Anambra to partner governments in different development initiatives.
Dr. Nkiruka Agbazue, what she's doing today is very, very unique. I think it's something that should be emulated.
Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Mrs. Ifi Obinabo, while declaring the outreach program open, said it is a step that will transform thousands of lives and empower the members of the society. She pointed out that it takes good health to embark on any meaningful ventures in life.
Extra mile you go in putting smiles on the faces of others that are not even related to you, that you don't have the responsibility of taking care of them, matters a lot.
Speaking during the event, the President General of our community, Chief Ima Ojukwu, commended the benefactor for her generosity and for organizing such program to meet the health needs of people, describing her as a role model.
Nkiruka Agbazue, holding this special eye test, free eyeglasses to less privileged ones.
The representative of the free Medicare, Mrs. Maureen Okafor, said the gesture was Dr. Agbazue's way of giving back to the society and listed some of the interventions rendered to include comprehensive eye check, issuance of eyeglasses, checking of blood pressure, sugar level, and other health-related issues. Mrs. Okafor called on the beneficiaries to take good care of their eyes, maintain personal hygiene, stick to prescription, eat balanced diet, and consume more fruits and vegetables. The leader of the medical team and consultant ophthalmologist and chief medical director, Immaculate Heart of Mary Specialist Hospital, Mbo, Reverend Sister Dr. Mary Obakaja, revealed that over 1,000 people benefited from the exercise and advised the beneficiaries to heed to instructions given to them especially visiting the hospital for checkups and follow-up where necessary. Some of the beneficiaries, Mrs. Charity Asiebu and Mrs. Elizabeth Ezibo, thanked the donor for coming to their aid, promising to take their drugs as prescribed. The Transition Committee Chairman for Idemili North Local Government Area, Chief Chuks Brown Ibanwa, was also on ground to witness the free medical mission, as his local government is the next place where the free Medicare will take place. From Alo, If Nayawankwo, reporting for ABS.
The vicar of St. Thomas Aquinas Parish, Oka, Reverend Father Pascal Najofo, has called on mothers to make the proper upbringing of their children their utmost priority to salvage the moral decadence in the society. Reverend Father Najofo made the call during a mass held to mark Mother's Sunday celebration of the parish. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim now reports.
Ọ bụ oge aṅụrị nyere ndị nne niile ndị kara ụka n'ụlọ ụka ahụ dịka ha jiri ukwe ekele nakwazi obi aṅụrị wee nye Chineke ekele maka ime ha ka ha bụrụ ndị nne. Mgbe ọ na-ekele Chukwu maka onyinye o nyere mmadụ mere ka ndị nne mata na ọrụ dịrị ha n'ebe ezinụlọ.
Okay, moving on now. A prominent industrialist, Dr. Godwin Okafor, says the establishment of an industrial park in Anambra State will go a long way in strengthening industrial growth across the state. Speaking on the ABS radio and television program Donimas Half Hour in Oka, Dr. Okafor said that apart from promoting industrial growth and harmony, industrial parks, when established, will create an avenue for industrialists with different components to come together, thereby making it convenient for people to obtain the products they are seeking for easily. Dr. Okafor, who is a one-time chairman of the Foam Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, tasked the federal and the state government to synergize towards bringing a lasting solution to the issue of electric power supply, which he said is the bane of the growth of indigenous firms, and described the private sector as a major contributor to the nation's economy, even as he commended the federal government and the Central Bank of Nigeria for their efforts in stabilizing the Naira and called for its sustenance. The community leader in Isuofia Agwata local government area called on the people to always patronize made in Nigeria products to ensure the steady growth of indigenous firms, in addition to boosting the gross domestic product of the nation. And they commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for his giant strides in Anambra State within his 2 years in office, especially in the areas of road infrastructure, which he said will ensure the free flow of both human and vehicular movements, in addition to opening up the hinterlands. The business executive charged Anambra indigents living in different parts of the country and the world at large to seek ways of bringing parts of their investment home to help make the state a livable, green, and prosperous homeland. He called on the Anambra to key into the private-public community partnership initiative of the Soludo administration for enhanced development of the state, and commended the Anambra Broadcasting Service for its people-oriented program, urging the people to always listen to the radio to know more about the programs and policies of the state government, especially the One Youth, Two Skills initiative, which were designed to make the youth self-reliant and also employers of labor. Nigeria has witnessed a sixth power grid collapse of 2024 as electricity generation on the system collapsed from 2,583.77 megawatts at 2 a.m. on Monday to 64.4 megawatts today. Nigeria generates an average of 4,000 megawatts of electricity for an estimated 200 million citizens across the country. But this is hardly sustainable as the grid continues to record incessant collapse due to gas supply constraints, transmission infrastructure vandalization, and liquidity crisis, among all the data from the Independent System Operator, an arm of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, showed only one electricity generation company, Ibom Power, was active at the time of the grid collapse at the early hours of yesterday. According to the report, power generation on the grid crashed further to 44.5 megawatts around 4 a.m. before rising to 3 a.m. hours later. The grid collapse was confirmed by Jos Electricity Distribution Company, the head corporate affairs JEDC for Friday. Elijah, in the notice to customers, said the current outrage being experienced within the franchises is as a result of loss of power supply from the national grid. Israel has 32 countries to slap sanctions on Iran's already ailing economy. The Israeli government is mounting an international diplomatic offensive, demanding other states sanction Iran following its weekend attacks. Iran launched hundreds of missiles and drones at Israeli, though Israel, US, and UK defense systems and forces intercepted the vast majority. Israel has vowed to retaliate against Tehran, raising fears of a new escalation that could engulf the Middle East in violence. One day, they say, is only remembered by his works after life. This is the case of the late former governor of Anambra State, Chief Chukwuemeka Ezife, who died on December 14, 2023, at the age of 85. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief, Ekwi Ajide, now reports. It was a moment of mixed feelings and sober reflections as the remains of late Mrs. Nwogwenu Franca Ezue were committed to Mother Earth at her husband's compound in Umuenu village, Umuawolo, in Awka South local government area of Anambra State. The families of the deceased, in-laws, friends, and well-wishers gathered to pay their last respect to their matriarch, who died at the age of 77. Correspondent Ifnaya Wankwo now reports.
In a homily at St. Joseph Catholic Church, Umuawolo, the parish priest, Reverend Father Benjamin Odeka, said that death is an inevitable phenomenon and debt every mortal must pay, calling on the family of the deceased to take solace in God as their mother is with God. Reverend Father Odeka reminded the congregation that the souls of the righteous do not perish, rather they are in God's hand, and described late Mrs. Franca Ezue as a devout Catholic mother who demonstrated her faith till death.
The souls of the virtuous are in the hands of God.
Speaking to the ABS, the sons of the deceased, Messrs. Uchenna and Chukwudi Ezue, thanked all who came to commiserate with them and described their mother as a virtuous, peace-loving, humble, and generous woman who inculcated the fear of God in them.
Asa nne ora na the whole Ezue family na testify even today na halilini my mother sili obu onye adi agbo keko
nne m kụziere m ka esi akwele ndị tọrọ m ugwu nne m mekwazi ka mmata na ife Chineke bụ ihe malụ mma and ọ mekwara ka mmata na ije ụka bụ ihe onye ọbụla kpọrọ onwe Christian kwesịrị ị na-eme.
The daughters of the deceased, Mrs. Esther Ezue and Mrs. Nkechinyelo Nwele, said that their late mother was a rare gem, an epitome of love and kindness, and a compassionate woman who took delight in the well-being of all as they sued for peace and unity in the family. While her daughter-in-law, Mrs. Emanuela Ezue, described her mother-in-law as a courageous and hardworking woman who does not discriminate.
Ife mụta na ndụ my mother bụ na my mother bụ nwaanyị achọrọ nsogbu. Ihe ọbụla ga-adịrị gị na ọ bụrụ esemokwu ọ rapụrụ gị ọsị gị gawa. My mother bụ ezigbo mmadụ mere na mmadụ ncha na-ekwupụrụ ya.
In their condolence messages, some of their well-wishers, Sir Kingsley Okwosa, Mr. Chukwudi MSC, Mrs. Chinyelo Annie, among others, consoled the bereaved family and advised them to embrace peace and unity and to carry on with the good legacies led by their late mother. Interment, condolence visits by in-laws, friends and well-wishers, and dance by different groups featured during the burial ceremony. From Umuawolo, Ifnaya Nwankwo, reporting for ABS.
Moving on now, the city of Enugu in Ejikoka local government area stood still yesterday as the remains of late Ozombo Sylvester Omodenjo were laid to rest in his compound at Urobo village, Enugu. Late Chief Omodenjo, who died at 74, was blessed with 4 children and 6 grandchildren. Correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelim now reports.
The journey of late Chief Omodenjo to his final resting place started with a burial mass at St. Teresa's Catholic Church, Enugu, where many prominent sons and daughters of the community, family members, and the choir prayed for the peaceful repose of his soul through requiem songs. In a homily, Reverend Father Fabian Anumba, who described death of a believer as transition to eternal glory, admonished Christians to trust in God at all times, even when things are not working in their favor, by prioritizing spiritual values over worldly possessions for them to make heaven after their lifetime on earth. The Reverend Father thanked God for the life, time, and contributions of the late Chief Omodenjo to humanity and the church, and enjoined his family members to put their trust in God for them to overcome any situation they find themselves in. The first son of the deceased, Mr. Chukwuemeka Omodenjo, described his late father as a generous man who loved his family and helped the needy in so many ways, even as he assured that they will follow his footsteps to keep his legacy alive.
The vacuum that he left is irreplaceable, but as a son, I will try my best to see how much of the vacuum I can fill. But we really lost an Iroko, we lost an icon. We will continue with what my dad started. Although, to be honest with you, he is so selfless. He can even give you the wound that was meant for him.
On her part, the younger sister of the deceased, Lady Patricia Okoro, said his brother was a selfless man who followed his father's footsteps by living a life of charity and prayed God to grant him eternal rest in his kingdom.
My brother is so proud of his sisters and proud of his children. We're going to miss him a lot because he left a very huge vacuum in the family.
In his condolence message to the family of late Chief Omodenjo, the traditional ruler of Enugu, Igwe Raf Ebe, described him as a humble man who never said no to any duty assigned to him by his cabinet, adding that his death is a great loss to his cabinet and Enugu community. Other mourners, including Senator Victor Ume, representing Anambra Central at the Senate, Chief Cosmas Anabo, a one-time managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sir Ikechukwu Abana, said that the deceased was a benevolent man. The funeral ceremony was attended by government officials, Ndị Nze na Ọzọ Enugu Ukwu, the clergy within and outside Enugu Ukwu Catholic community, and was climaxed with interment and condolences by his family members, relatives, friends, and well-wishers. From Enugu Ukwu, Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
And that's it for this morning. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us on Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv. Main points again. Governor Soludo has congratulated Dr. Nyechi Bazo on his birthday. Mothers have been taxed on proper upbringing of children. Electricity generation dropped as Nigeria witnessed sixth power grid collapse. Israel has demanded new sanctions on Iran's economy. And before we go, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news this morning. My name is Sijoma. Do have a very good day.
Women have been dependent on men in the society for the validation of their womanhood. We struggle with the conception given to us by the society that we have to behave in a certain way to be a real woman. While we strive to leap over this hurdle, we must support ourselves to propel us, unleash the power to get the freedom we all deserve.
Welcome to Ladies World, a program for women of all ages. Here on the show, we share our experiences and trash out issues with the aim of inspiring and supporting womanhood. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. I'll be your host of the show, Ladies World, coming your way every Sunday at 2:30 in the afternoon on ABS TV. Join us. It's